How many buses are they taking off that 72?
I don't know. You'd have to look it up, but
from what I understand, it's still pretty packed.
yeah, but
it doesn't go up the same corridor. You know, it needed to go up 82nd. And would have been. No, it's 10 blocks.
But if someone is closer, is close to Max, is on the west side of 82nd, it's not that big an issue. Plus, someone could be transferring from like 17 or something and going up to Gateway.
It does expedite getting downtown. There's no doubt about that. People used to have to do the crosstown bus thing. You know.
But I'm saying this going up to Gateway. You know, if you're at Clackamas.
So the Green Line's got a lot of passengers now. I take it. It has turned into a raging success. I don't know anything about the statistics.
Well, they're actually one of the. I think it was Steve Clark, who's the Portland Tribune community newspapers guy. Well, was saying what's it versus before. You know, a max increase. You know, how much of it is because of the Green Line, and Fred didn't have it off the top of his head, but you know, as I wanted to say that I've done studies comparing the 72 and the Green Line. Yeah, bottom line there, 72 ridership is down, but there's a more increase in that in the Green Line. Is that the corridor combined 82nd and the Green Line is way up. It's not way up. There's a sizable
increase. The total people on transit is up.
The total passengers between the 72 only before and the 72 plus the Green Line now. But again, some of that could be transferring from the 17 or other.
Yeah, right. That's a lot of them are. They're getting off of those other buses.
I don't know how many are, but some of them could.
But some of them are park and ride too. I'm sure that
some of them might have taken the 72 before, but they might have also taken the 75 or something. So.
Yeah. How's the park and rides are doing pretty well on the Green Line?
Yeah, I don't know. Okay, but getting back to the board meeting. There is some testimony about the Portland-Milwaukee light rail, the property purchases, and Lynn Lerbach wanted to put it off for now, purchasing property for now, you know, because it's creating disruption for people, you know.
Yeah, well, good for him. He's the only activist on that board.
Well, my view is that, you know...
What gives this government agency the right to just take over a private person's property?
The issue was that the uncertainty of whether they're going to get the money, whether the line's going to get built. But my view...
I thought they already had the money to build that.
They have some money. They don't have it guaranteed from the federal government. That's the big kahuna.
They don't have it guaranteed from the feds? They're already building it, I thought.
They've gotten preliminary approval.
What's all that building going on? That's not it?
Where?
On Grand Avenue?
No, that's the streetcar.
Oh, that's the streetcar?
Yeah.
Where's that gonna go?
You don't.
I thought that was the Milwaukee thing.
No, Milwaukee goes to South Waterfront and then down. Streetcar goes north of there.
Well, where's that going?
The streetcar is going over the Broadway Bridge to 7th and MLK, and down MLK Grand to OMSI.
So it's going to OMSI?
Yeah, it's going to where Milwaukee Max will connect. You know, it's going.
So it's going down MLK
and Grand. Yes.
Yeah, I think I should have known that, huh?
But my view is that if they put off, there's some people, they have a hardship. So you know, if there's right now there's a good chance that the line is going to be needed for the Milwaukee Max line. It's just, do you buy it now or later? So you know.
Yeah, well, I understand that the longer you wait, the more it costs.
Well, no, the issue is that you've created people who can't sell their property because no one wants to buy it, because there's a huge fear in a couple of years it's going to be taken. So you know it's good to buy property.
Yeah, I got it. Yeah. Oh, it's true. So it affects market conditions.
Well, yeah, I mean you don't want to have people, especially if let's say they want to relocate. And they need the money. They would need to be able to sell the money or sell their property now to get the money to do that. Right. You know, you don't want to hold them hostage until later. See, it's better if they can buy the property now. Then it can help the property owners. And they're only buying right now. They're only buying hardships. They're not buying general property. So it's only special conditions. So it's not. With all due respect to Lerbach, it's I think you'd want that Yeah, it's technically possible that they could end up with these pieces of property.
A lot of people don't want that Milwaukee line. You know that. It's not. It's
No.
not unanimous.
Well, nothing really is.
But I think there might be a majority of citizens that don't want it. But
I don't know about
we don't know that. But we know that they voted no on the yellow line, and then they put it in anyway.
Well, that was a specific project they voted no on. That was not.
That was the yellow line.
It was not Interstate Max. It was the coal line from Clackamas to Vancouver.
Well, I don't know
Hazelden.
what it was, but people said no.
It was a huge line.
Was it?
Yes.
It was much bigger than what they.
Yes.
Yeah. Okay. Well, go ahead with the.
There was a specific thing they voted no on. Does this?
I thought it was the yellow line. I
was-
remember voting no on the yellow line.
No,
I voted no.
on the South North.
Whatever that referendum was,
That was South North. That was a huge line. The yellow line corridor was a part of it, but that was a specific thing. Yellow line was even different from that, even though it's a portion of the corridor. So
Okay, so Lynn Lairback said was worried about the property owners, and that's a good thing.
yes.
There's one voice for people.
Well, my view is that all the people they're buying now are hardships. So it's either buy them now or hold them hostage because they've got this property that they think that they can't stay at, but they can't sell it. You know
Right,
what I
so
mean?
they're screwed.
Yeah, but this solves that problem.
Yeah,
because
by just buying them, yeah.
and they're getting money from the state lottery or whatever to do this, so it's not
Yeah.
TriMet money.
It's not operations money.
No. I said that the Clackamas Fire and Sheriff spoke, urban renewal. Father of the son killed in the bus crash spoke, and he got a little emotional.
Oh.
Darla
Did we get that on the? Did you get that?
Yes,
clip?
I'm pretty sure. Darla, he said that Darla 30 wasn't able to be there because.
It's her anniversary, huh?
Yeah.
Right.
Which is interesting. I mean, I guess she's maybe in shock or in pain or whatever, and she couldn't emotionally attend. But it seems this would be a good time for her to attend.
Yeah, I would think so.
It's a.
Right. Oh well.
Cameron Johnson, who's now with Opal, spoke, and other Opal people spoke too. About the fare increase
Yeah.
and whatever.
So Cameron's gone out and joined an actual activist organization.
Alright.
Good for him.
I guess.
Good for you, Cameron Johnson.
He's also with the Teen Youth Center, Mousecout Youth Center Teen Group or whatever it is.
Yeah.
So. But yeah,
I tried to get Cameron to come to one of our little get-togethers, but his mom didn't want him to.
Yeah.
He thinks he's probably been watching my videos and goes, "Don't go near that guy." Anyway.
Another guy spoke who I don't remember his name, but I've read his name before, about the Lake Oswego to Portland streetcar, about the transfers involved.
Yeah. What about him?
Well, that they want to have the 35, I guess, go over to emulate the streetcar, but go over the 10th and 11th and whatever, and then end at Lake Oswego. So you have to transfer Lake Oswego to the 35 or to the streetcar. And then I think his issue was getting to, that they're talking about getting to PSU. Is that what they're forecasting? Is what?
So who's going to pay for these streetcar operations?
Well, actually, I'll get to that in a second, remind me. But I'm saying his issue was getting to the Pioneers Courthouse. And he called it where USA and Brazil meet, because the yellow and the green meet the red and the blue. Mm-hmm. I found that amusing. Well, see, in New York and Brooklyn, they had the Panama Canal between the Atlantic and Pacific subway stations. But anyways, the funding thing is that, very quickly, is that they have the corridor, they have the rail line there, so they use it as a match for the federal government money.
Okay. Well, who pays for the? Is that you talking about streetcar?
Yes, the streetcar to Lake Oswego, they have that rail line there.
Yeah, right. So who pays for the operations of those?
I don't know if that's really been decided yet.
Oh, okay.
You
What
can
about
look
the
it
Grand Avenue streetcar? Who's paying for that operation?
City and transit.
What TriMet pays? What, 3/4 of the operations
know
for
what
the
it is.
streetcar now? The free streetcar, by the way.
It's not free.
It's free. Nobody pays on that thing.
No, people pay. They have streetcar. I'm sure you see people buy streetcar passes.
Yeah, occasionally.
I know it's.
The real upstanding.
I know it's all for purposes.
Yeah.
For purposes,
It's
fare
for-
revenue is probably really low, especially because expired transfers are accepted. So yeah, it's the direct revenue of that. I don't know. It might be somewhat low, but
I'm not sure why they keep allowing the free streetcar. But
Well, it's not really free. It's just
it was free for people to use it.
it's just the issue is to enforce the fares costs money. So
Yeah, whatever. Okay.
and it might be that
Oops. What?
that it might bring in less revenue than to pay for them.
Yeah.